It's April, so I've lasted a couple months out of the hospital, which is good. This time, though, it's a little different. I'm here because I had a bladder infection before we moved. We have moved. Like we've been saying we are going to. We'll make a video about that later, but we have moved and we've been here for about 2 weeks now. And so this time I had a bladder infection when we were still in North Dakota, and I was on oral antibiotics for that. I finished them Friday. Today's Monday, so Saturday and Sunday I noticed that I still, things had flared back up and I still felt pretty icky. And so we debated whether or not I was going to go to the ER because, all this COVID craziness. I really didn't want to go and put myself in that position. But ultimately, you got to do what you got to do. You got to stay healthy. So here we are. I went to the urgent care and they confirmed that I still indeed had a bladder infection. So they sent me to the hospital, and a couple hours later they decided to admit me so we could figure out what antibiotics and meds were the right ones for this type of infection, because it's this time I have E. coli, which I've had before. I have it in my bladder and it just stays dormant, and decides to flare up probably once a year. And because it's E. coli, and that's it really is a bigger deal and a bigger infection, usually requires me to have IV antibiotics. So here I am. I came in Sunday night. It's Monday night now. And so they've started me on IV antibiotics. And we're waiting for the cultures to come back to confirm the bacteria and all of that stuff. But I can tell you that already I feel better. Things look better in my bladder. I feel better. I haven't had energy for about a week. I've been taking 2-hour naps a day, and I feel good. Today, even though I'm stuck here, I crocheted a little bit. I didn't take a nap. I didn't have to take a nap. That's awesome. So I'm hoping that the antibiotic I have going can stick and we can leave it, because it seems to be working. No IV troubles thus far, knock on wood. So we'll see how that goes. The good news about moving is that I'm only about 20 minutes from this hospital, which is nice. And they had a full team of people come on right away because of my history. So I've seen a urologist, a hospital physician, I've seen infectious disease. So they're taking good care of me. Good news is, if this antibiotic that I'm on right now works, then I'll get to go home sooner. But I'm not gonna get to go home until probably Wednesday, just to get the cultures back and make sure we have the right meds and all that fun stuff. But the upside to this COVID business is that they've relocated all the departments, and so all the patients who don't have COVID are on a different part of the hospital, and so I'm in the mom and newborn floor, which means my room is absolutely huge. So that's awesome. That's the upside. I was joking with Cole that, of course, I would get this nice room during COVID because Cole always wants to stay with me, and of course this would happen during COVID because I finally have a nice couch that he can stay on and a nice room, and he can't stay. So, but he was able to come today and bring me some things to do, like some crochet and some puzzle books and my tablet. He had to drop them off downstairs, but they were able to bring it right up to me, so that was nice. All the doctors and nurses are being super cautious, always wearing masks. So, I feel comfortable. I don't have any COVID symptoms, so that's good. Yeah, so I'll do an update later when I know if I'm staying, if the meds are changing, what's going on. But right now, even though I'm here during this COVID crisis, which, let's be honest, is a little scary, or is really scary, I feel like they're being really careful and they're doing the best they can to be careful with me. So I feel pretty comfortable here, which is nice. They're doing a really good job of getting my meds straight, and luckily, because I lived here before, I have a medical record that shows the type of infections I had before, and so they have kind of something to go off of. So that's really nice because it's so hard to be in a new place where no one knows absolutely anything, because I just have so many little health problems and little weird things like allergies and different histories that it can be really hard. So thankfully I don't have to deal with as much of that this time. So I will update, like I said, when I know more of what's going on, but this is my fun week in the hospital during COVID.